on to you, crabs out here. Hope y'all are having a great day. So look, so for you, you have the Nine of Pentacles, and then you have the Four of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So for you, crabs, I see a lot of you crabs. Wow, there's always some nonsense going on when I'm making videos, y'all. What is up with that? But always some sort of stupidness going on. But anyway, right? Regardless of the who or the what, the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Hierophant speaks to you crabs basically being divinely in position to do whatever it is that you essentially want to do. The Nine of Pentacles represents you have a ton of leverage. This is a very good time for you to pop off whatever you want to pop off. Whatever it is that you crabs want to do, you have all the positioning in the world, all the leverage in the world to actually do just that. And then you have the Four of Pentacles and the Hierophant. These two cards right here for you represent how you're in a position where because of this, you can essentially, you crabs can essentially, you don't have to worry so much about if whatever it is that you want to do is going to succeed. It is. And the reason why it is that I know that it's going to succeed is because of the fact that you crabs, very much so, like I said, you're divinely protected. You're in a position right now where things are literally just going your way. You know, for whatever reason, they're just literally going your way. And right now, there's nothing that's going to be in your way to stop you from doing anything that you crabs essentially want to pop off. So if you crabs want to create any kind of business deals, want to find someone new, now is the time essentially to do it. The Hierophant represents, and this is the power that you crabs have granted to yourselves when you eliminate all of the nonsense. This is the value of what happens when you get away from the nonsense. And I've talked about this a couple of times. I've talked about this a few times, but when you're hanging around a group of individuals that are not really doing things the correct way, I'm telling you from personal experience, and I'm sure you crabs have experienced it yourselves, regardless of how good you may be, when you're standing next to a bunch of downtrodden people, they gain your luck. They gain your juju. They gain your, I'm not talking about the religion, right? I'm talking about the voodoo, right? The good luck that you are supposed to have. They gain that. When you start hanging out with them, it gets flipped. It gets flipped. And then the next thing you know, you get their inheritance that they've created for themselves, which is poverty, downtroddenness, bad luck, and everything else. And they get yours, which is riches, valuable lifestyle, good health, good emotional health, good mental health, strong family members, right? So this is the benefits that you crabs have afforded yourselves because of the fact that you don't hang around these people anymore. So now the Knight of Pentacles and the Fool, right, represents there's a business deal that could be happening, and the world, which is Capricorn, your opposite zodiac sign, there's a lot more money to come. So this is a sense of you crabs are doing a lot of investing if you haven't been doing it already. But if you've been doing it for a long time, your investments are popping off big time, right, in your favor. If you just now began to do it, this is the pristine, perfect time to actually start doing it, and you'll see how fast your money will grow. Believe me. So the thing is that, and the world represents looking out for yourself, doing what you have to do, making sure that you're not getting, left out without a plate. You don't get a chance to eat. No, you making sure that you're first in line, first come, first serve. You're the first one, or one of the first ones that's going to get a chance to eat. So the Tower and the Nine of Swords right here represents how a lot of you, you've been downtrodden before because you realized that, hanging out with said people isn't doing you any good. Every time you crabs hang around them, all of this that they can afford you is dysfunction. Every time you get yourself into one of these, you start hanging around these dysfunctional relationships, or being in one, or hanging out with this dysfunctional person, your life takes a terrible turn. It valleys, and it stays in that valley until you get rid of them, until you excommunicate them. So a lot of you crabs understand that this is one of the best decisions that you've ever made in your entire life. And it definitely is one of the better decisions that you will ever make in your entire life, when you get rid of dysfunctional people. I know. And you crabs don't have to believe me. You're seeing it yourselves. This is what happens when you've decided to get rid of those losers that's in your life. This is what happens. All it is that they can do is bring sorrow to you. They can't bring any kind of value to you. They are valueless. And you crabs deciding to stay away from them was the best decision that you've ever made. But what you crabs don't understand yet is you think it's just one particular person. What I'm trying to say is to stay away from all downtrodden people. When I mean downtrodden, I'm talking about I'm not talking about people that are down in their luck, right? Discriminating against the haves versus the have-nots. That's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is people that like the stupidity. They like the confusion, the dysfunction. They play the game. They're not winning, because no one wins the game, but they're not winning, but they like to play the game, right? They like the dysfunction that comes along with it. Stay away from all of those people, and your life is turned around drastically for the better. The Ace of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, it was frustrating before and then you have the Two of Swords. It was frustrating before. If you were getting to know a knucklehead, it would have been very frustrating. You crabs would have been thinking to yourselves, does this person like you? Do they not? Why is it that on one hand, everything seems to be working so well, then on the other hand, things just fall apart? It seems like everything just keeps switching up constantly. There's no real solid footing. Stay away from them. And when you crabs decided to stay away from them, your lives essentially got better, exponentially. While their lives are trash. Because I don't care what it is. I don't care how they make it seem. Even if one part of their life may be going good, there's another area of their life that's still, spiritually, of course, a hollow hole that doesn't get filled, that still brings them unhappiness, uneasiness, because of the fact that they know they shouldn't be out here being stupid, but they'll get themselves caught up on some stupidity because of it. So let's clarify the Two of Swords. Lovers, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and and then the unalive card. You already know. I ain't even gotta look at it for too long. Once I see the hoodie and the scythe, I already know, like, oh, okay. But so the Lovers and the Two of Pentacles, right? Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords are very connected, and they're right next to each other. So you crabs know it's nothing but frustration with a lot of these people now. Look at how you living. You good. And this is why it is that you crabs have to be so selective when it comes to accepting people to get close to you, right? Emotionally, physically, all of that, because look how good your life is. Now compare your life to how it used to be 6 months ago, 5 months ago, right? It's hard back then, 4, 5, 6 months ago. Why? Remember this idiot 7 months ago? Remember this idiot that wanted to come back? You crabs have been living a couple of months without dating anybody and just connecting with the divine source. Look at how it is that your life has turned around. So this is what I mean when I say that it has to be that good mix of, yeah, go and get a relationship if that's what you truly want, but also do not let these people put you in a position where you got to compromise between, it's an ultimatum where you have to choose between them, right, and the Most High, because they are supposed to lose. The Most High is supposed to win without exception. So I'm saying, so the thing is that the Ten of Swords and the Unalive card right here represents a lot of you crabs understand the bigger picture for what it is. You understand to let things play themselves out. That downtrodden people who like the foolishness, they're going to essentially do themselves in anyway. They are going to self-destruct. Their own dysfunction will be their inevitable undoing. Yes, you crabs get it now. This is why I tell y'all, this is why I come up here and I don't mind about the trolls. I don't mind about, the people who behind the scenes want to aggravate me. Look, you spending so much time aggravating me. Look at how terrible your life is. Your life is not going to get better until you stop it with the stupidness. So you can bicker with and try to bicker and get me on my nerves, or you can get your life together. Can't do both. You got to pick which one you want to do, which one is more important to you. So you get it. This is why it is that I also say, don't try to defeat the ocean, meaning that let all the dysfunctional people be around the dysfunctional people. Stop trying to save them. Stop trying to save everybody, because on another level, it's not your responsibility. But on another level, who's to say that the person that you're trying to save wouldn't turn out to be a hyena anyway? That's just masquerading like they're a lion or a lioness. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're decent people, but really they're dysfunctional individuals, but they're just trying to masquerade. They're trying to slip through the cracks. They don't, they don't want to have to deal with their own bed that they've made for themselves. They want another person to spiritually take that. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. Having somebody else block for you and all of the downtroddenness is a real thing. This is what I was talking about earlier on in the reading when I said that when you, as a decent, upright person who's getting synchronicity, right, and the universe bending to their will, right, you get the happy ending on a long enough timeline, right? They get the rotten ending on a long enough timeline, but you standing next to them, it switches. Now you get their timeline and they get yours. That's another reason why you got to stop trying to save people. So a lot of you crabs pretty much bounce back in a very big, important way. And it's going to be very interesting to see how you crabs turn, a great opportunity into something like an empire. So that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Peace.